how you're going to react to these mistakes if you allow the crowd to get into the game or not.
Scoreboard updates are brought to you by 3T Home, the drive change, three-pointers, bombs, and jump balls are brought to you by Absolute Fitness. We also want to thank Doug Fab and Advanced Eye Institute. If you like, call, get your eyes checked by Dr. Robert Sasso today. Your whole team starting lineup brought to you by Legacy. The Tarpons are throwing out Bo Georges, Terrence Petrie, Newhead Dardar, Helen Cinema, and Hayden Jarvis. Northern City, I see Kuga, number 24, Seamus Lafourche, 14, Anthony Bourgeois, 0, Gagliano, number 5, and number 2, Allen. Northern City controls the 6th
Santa Mike got beat on the backdoor cut, started the game, and he's lucky to miss the layup.
So, Lafourche now going left to right. Their first possession.
Petrie getting it to Santa Mont, back to T. Now Meathead on the left side to the middle, Georges. Dardar will think about the three, get it into Georges. Now to Petrie. Santa Mont, Tarpons working it around the perimeter. Santa Mont holding it high, getting it to Petrie. Long reverse pass to Jarvis. Jarvis in the corner. He's made a couple of corner threes this year. Santa Mont feeds it into Georges. Petrie has it under the basket. And it's deflected out of bounds. Partner, what's Morgan City doing on defense? They're confusing the Tarpons a little early on.
And they're just flying around and want it more. I'm trying to pick apart the Tarpons offense right now. I hadn't really gotten a chance to see exactly what type of defense Morgan City's in, but it's working.
Petrie misses the three. Rebound goes out of bounds to South Lafourche.
It looks like Morgan City's in a zone, but the Tarpons have no movement. It makes it a lot rougher to go against.
T to inbound. Gets it to Santa Mont in the corner. Now to Dardar. Good catch. To the middle, Georges. Gets it back to Dardar. Steps into a three. Got it. There's a blue boot bomb. The first points of the game are a Meathead Dardar three-pointer.
I'll tell you this. I was watching him warm up, and I saw him sink about 8 threes in a row from that corner over there. I was interested to see if it was going to carry over to the game, and it sure did.
He is a very streaky shooter as Gagliano shoots a step-back three. In and out. Rebound goes to Georges. Oh, the baseball team was ready to get fired up on that one. Dardar on the left side to Petrie. Now to Georges. Throws it away. Was trying to get it to Santa Mont. Here come the Tigers. Allen to Bourgeois. Now Gagliano. Morgan City setting up their offense. 90 seconds in. 3-0 Tarpons. The only points of the game, a blue boot bomb from Meathead. Left wing three is good from Cade Allen. Morgan City answers with 3 of their own, and we're tied 3 apiece. Dardar to Jarvis on the left side. Jarvis back to Dardar. Now Petrie top of the key, holding it high, getting it to Georges. Georges inside to Jarvis on the left block. Tries to feed it back inside. Santa Mont has it blocked away. It ends up in Georges' hands, and he draws the foul. That was a situation where the Tarpons frankly got a lucky bounce on the inside. It ends up in Georges' hands, and he puts up the shot, draws the foul.
Yeah, man, you had 3 different guys with the ball in their hands that needed to just make one hard step, one strong, aggressive move. Instead, they kept passing it to each other. Maybe a bit too unselfish, trying to get others involved. But, fortunate for us, as you said, we got a lucky bounce and a foul call.
First free throw, no good.
When you shoot that ball flat-footed for an offensive board, a lot of times you're going to get it blocked.
One more free throw for the freshman. One of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup tonight. Missed them both. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Bourgeois getting it to Lacoste. Lacoste to Allen. 3-3 in the early stages. Allen attacks into the lane. Shoots it up. No. Rebound tapped up to Georges. Holding it high. Getting it to Petrie. Tarpons trotting the other way. Santa Mont from the left baseline to Petrie in the corner. Now to the right side, Jarvis. To the middle, Georges at the rim, shoots it up and in. Good shot from Bo Georges, and it's 5-3. Freshman just keeps getting better and better.
He plays so much better catching the ball facing the basket at that foul line.
Gagliano across the timeline. He and Lacoste are multi-year starters. Those are names we've been calling out for several years. Bourgeois, I remember from last year. Gagliano with a little push shot. No. Rebound goes to Georges, holding it high, getting it to Petrie. Tarpons up 2 with the basketball. Long pass down the floor to Jarvis. How about a 3? No. Rebound goes to the Tigers, and they come the other way. Gagliano at the mid-range, missed it. Rebound goes to Santamont. Oh, they got him down the floor if he could see him, but he loses the dribble. Jarvis was behind the defense. .449 to go in the opening quarter. Happy you're with us here on KLEB. From the Tarps. Petrie to Dardar. Tarpons working it around the perimeter. Petrie to the right side. Santamont, he's a shooter now. Missed that one. Rebound goes to Jarvis. Now Dardar, how about another? That's way short. Rebound goes to the Tigers. You can see off his hand that one was short. But the Tarpons are going to steal it away. Santamont in transition, a little out of control, but he'll have it poked out of bounds. Good active hands by Petrie that time, forced the steal. Created the extra possession for South Lafourche. See what play Coach Williams comes with here. Petrie throws it up in the air and it's deflected and stolen by Griffin. They were trying to get it to Santamont. Not enough air under the pass. Gagliano across the timeline to Lacoste. Now Allen, stolen away. Petrie in transition at the rim, lays it up and missed it. Oh, goodness. Here come the Tigers. Left side of the floor, Griffin. Tough shot, missed it. Rebound to Georges. Georges has it taken away. Taylor, Bo's got to be stronger with the basketball. South Lafourche has the arrow, but there's no way that should have been a tie-up.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, he's tall. He's got long arms. Yeah, you want to keep the ball high, but when you got somebody the same height as you, you got to get that ball to your chin and establish your elbows and swing your hips, create some space.
To the right side, Dardar. Now Jarvis has it blocked, and Lacoste has it. It's deflected to Gagliano. Here come the Tigers. Sluggish start both ways on the offensive side. Gagliano attacks Jarvis into the lane. Tough shot, and he laid it up and in. Degree of difficulty on that one, about an 8.5 out of 10. That was a tough shot, and it's 5-5. To the right side, Santamont to Dardar. Now Petrie. Near midcourt to Dardar on the right side. Back to Petrie near midcourt. To Jarvis on the left baseline. Shoots the mid-range pull-up. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to South Lafourche. So baseline out of bounds opportunity. Coach Colley, I think baseline out of bounds plays are going to be big tonight for South Lafourche.
Yeah, I mean, we knew what was coming up. See if Morgan City scouted them out.
They get it to the corner. Santamont. Now Jarvis. Petrie is open, attacks baseline, shoots the mid-range, flat, rebound to Santamont, who lays it up and in. So good job by Cullen, being in the right spot, laying it in. Tarpons are playing a young lineup tonight. 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and a senior in the 5. Gagliano to Lacoste. Now Griffin to the left side they go. Ruffin to Griffin. Griffin picks up the dribble to Lacoste. Hard screen. They lay it up and in. That was a very physical screen. Don't think it was a moving screen. I think that Dardar just ran into a wall, and now it's 7-7. That's a kick there.
Yeah, man, Dardar just got blindsided, man. He's such an intense player, such a fast-moving, strong guy, but his head wasn't quite on the swivel that it needed to be on that one. He got kicked hard.
Teammates got to help him out.
Yeah,
let him know.
Good point.
Dardar has it on the right side. Long pass to Jarvis on the left side. Now Petrie steps into a wing 3. In and out. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Here come the Tigers. Gagliano attacks into traffic, lays it up, and will draw the foul. Well, we said in the open you needed a pretty strong start and you didn't want to give Morgan City hope and all this other stuff. We played a quarter, and it's hard to tell who the better basketball team is right now.
Yeah, man. And look, Market City really heavily led by the leadership of Gagliano out there, man. He's such a just shifty, sneaky, quick, intense player, man. He's all over the place, and it's obvious, and his teammates and the crowd, everyone feeds off of his energy.
And look, the Tarpons are getting breaks because the Tigers can't shoot the basketball.
They do make one of two there and take the lead. It's 8-7. 1:47 to go in the opening quarter. Happier with us. South Lafourche trying to retake the lead. Petrie to Dardar. Back to Petrie on the left side of the floor. Now top of the key. Dardar in the right wing. To the right corner, Santamont. Tigers staying in that zone defense, just kind of confusing the Tarpons a little bit. Jarvis on the left baseline. They get it inside to Georges, who at the rim will lay it up. No, rebound goes to Morgan City. Good move, just couldn't finish it. And here comes Ruffin. 1:18 to go in the opening quarter. Morgan City by a point here at home. Gagliano has it deflected by Petrie. Back to him, shoots a tough mid-range air ball. Rebound goes to Georges. Tarpons will live with that one. That was a tough shot. Petrie is long pass to Santamont. Has it deflected out of bounds. Tarpons will now have a baseline out of bounds opportunity. Petrie will
Inside
inbound.
again. Watch for Santamont.
There he goes. He's at the rim. He lays it up and in. I just think that's going to be a place where the Tarpons are going to be able to find some money. You know, like you lift up the couch cushion and find a couple of quarters, the Tarpons are going to find some cash there tonight.
I mean, the last 2 weeks of the season. How's that not stopped by the defense?
They're not scouting it.
Yeah, that's my point.
Didn't know how honest you wanted me to be. Lacoste shoots the mid-range. Good shot. 30 seconds to go. Lacoste and Gagliano are playing well, and Morgan City has a 1-point lead. Dardar on the right side has it deflected, gets it back, and very closely guarded up in the air to Petrie. To Jarvis, attacks baseline, into some contact, loses the dribble, shoots it up, blocked, rebound goes to Morgan City. They've got 10 seconds. Gagliano, long pass down the floor to Griffin, lays it up and in. Tarpons got to attempt a half-court shot. Petrie will get it off at the buzzer. No good, and our score after one. Morgan City 12, South Lafourche 9. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB. Welcome back here to Morgan City. The Tigers lead by 3 after a quarter. It's 12-9. South Lafourche has, let's see, Georges, Santamont, Petrie,
There he is.
Guidry, and Meathead on the
Yeah,
floor.
Rustin Guidry in.
He's going to draw the assignment of Gagliano on this first possession. He attacks off the bounce, gets it to the corner. Now they go to Allen. Lacoste has it on the right wing. Tarpons look like they're in a man-to-man defense. Lacoste has it stripped away. They're fighting for it. Petrie's got it. See if the Tarpons can create an easy one in transition. Petrie didn't have numbers. Gets up in the air, gets it to Guidry. Now Santamont into Dardar. It's knocked out of bounds, but it'll create another baseline out-of-bounds opportunity. Taylor, through one quarter, what are you seeing from the guys in blue?
Man, the effort's there, the intensity's there. They seem to be doing the little things right. They're just unable to score, and sometimes struggling to take care of the ball a little bit. But overall, pleased with what the Tarpons have brought so far.
Petrie from the mid-range, no. Rebound goes to Guidry, who will shoot it up, no. And Morgan City's got it. Tough miss. And here come the Tigers. Gagliano walking it across the timeline. The Tigers protecting a 3-point advantage, reversing it to Allen. Out to the left corner, Lacoste missed it. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Tarpons didn't block out there. Allen getting it to the block. Now out in the left corner they go, and it's thrown to Dardar. And Dardar has it deflected and stolen. At the rim goes Morgan City, and Dardar with a frustration foul. That'll put the Tigers on the line. Got to protect the basketball if you're South Lafourche. Bad turnover will allow Morgan City's Cade Allen to shoot two.
And in case of what I'm seeing on Tarpons offense, I call it a backwards offense where I think we're trying to go from outside in first instead of inside out. Relying way too much on three-point shots.
Free throw is no good. Taylor, would you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have the personnel, we have the size, we have the plays in the playbook. We've got everything in motion to dominate on the inside. They're just not using what they got.
Morgan City misses them both, but gets the rebound, and the Tarpons steal it away, but Morgan City steals it back. Lacoste shoots it up, no. Rebound to Santamont. Hold on to that ball, Tarpons. Goodness. Petrie to Santamont. Gets it to the corner. Dardar inside the Georges at the rim. Lays it up, missed it, got it back. Shoots it up, no. Rebound goes to Petrie. It's Guidry, rather, who missed it. Tarpons are missing shot after shot at the rim. Lacoste now on the right side. Getting it to Allen for a three. No. Short. Rebound goes to Santamont, and the Tarpons will retreat the other way. Man, you just missed 3 layups in your last possession. Let's see if you could get one to go through here. Dardar to Guidry, inside to Santamont. Santamont to Georges. Not very good spacing from the Tarpons. Dardar with the triple. Strong. Rebound goes to Terrence. Saves it to Dardar. Meathead on the drive. Shoots it up in traffic and got it.
Tough shot.
That was a very tough shot. And Dardar has 5, and it's 12-11. Can you get a stop and go back at him and try to get a lead change here? Gagliano across the timeline. Guidry doing a good job slowing him down a little bit. Getting it to Lacoste. Seamus holding it on the right side of the floor. Got the ball on his hip. The Celtic Warriors still holding it still. Those non-wrestling fans have no idea what we're talking about. Dardar guarding him close. Lacoste will instead shoot a 3 and 1. That is a 3-point make, and then a slap on the arm by Dardar. Dardar was just trying to contest the shot, but he banked it home. And Taylor, that is what you would call something that would happen only in this gym.
That's exactly right, man. I don't understand. I don't understand how or why you commit that foul. Seamus has no business dribbling like that or shooting like that in that situation. I don't know if you've been paying attention to his body movements, but it's just uncomfortable to watch. And then, of course, he banks it and gets the and one on the 3-point.
Makes the free throw. It is a 4-point play for the Tigers, who now lead 16-11. Jarvis to Guidry, who loses it out of bounds. An unforced turnover for South Lafourche, a Tarpon team that is struggling mightily right now.
And why we want to continue playing fast.
Good question. Gagliano on the right side of the floor has it. It was a great hustle by Jarvis, trying to get up on the floor and save it. That's outstanding hustle from Jarvis. Now the Tigers will walk it back the other way. Lacoste. 4:21 to go in the half. Gagliano cutting at the rim, laying it up. No. Tip up. No. Rebound goes back to Morgan City for a mid-range shot that's good by Allen. The Tigers lead by 7. Brody Williams is calling a timeout, but the Tarpons are in a funk. It is a 30-second timeout. Gentlemen, what are we seeing right now? At home, the Tigers are defending their home floor very well right now.
See some frustration right here. Like we talked about, if you make a mistake, you can't throw your hands up. And one of the Tarpon players was arguing with another one. The baseball players in the crowd, they see that. They go crazy, and it gets this gym loud. And we just got to find out what we want to do. If we want to push the body or not, and we got to convert. We got to convert them layups on the inside, and I think if we can just try and pound the ball on the inside first and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, look, Market City is out here really antsy, really amped, playing really intense. But if you pound it inside, you're gonna draw some fouls, man. You gotta go and force the issue, force some whistles to be blown. It's that's what they need to do. You're not gonna get back by jacking up a bunch of threes.
Guidry to the middle of the floor. Morgan City now pressing. Petrie has it. Shoots the floater. Got it. Don't know that the press is going to be the answer there for Morgan City. The Tarpons break that easily.
Tarpons did a great job getting the ball to the middle and pushing it.
And Terrence scores it. 3:53 to go. It's a 5-point game. Gagliano getting it to Lacoste on the right baseline, feeding it inside. That's a really good pass and a good finish by Dugas. So some good offense from the Tigers makes it 20-13. Petrie across midcourt to Guidry. To the right side, Jarvis into Santamon's deflected, but Santamon gets it back. Oh, Guidry got to shoot that. He's wide open. Jarvis getting it to Petrie. Back to Jarvis on the right wing to Georges. Attack, shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Little tentative on offense for the Tarpons there. And Morgan City up 7 with the basketball. 3:08 to go in the second quarter. Gagliano handing it to Lacoste. Now Ruffin. Ruffin getting it to Bourgeois, and a tie ball brought to you by Absolute Fitness. The arrow points to South Lafourche. Taylor, feel like this is a big 256 for both teams right here.
Yeah, man. How they handle the end of this half could set the tone for the rest of the game. And, Tarpons got to wake up and finish strong down low. Morgan City's got to make shots. They're both kind of struggling.
Morgan City presses. South Lafourche beats them down the floor. Georges lays it in. Partner continues.
I think Morgan City had all 5 guys on this side of half court for the full court press. If Tarps could at least convert on those every time Morgan City continues to stay in the press, we'll be all right.
Gagliano with a mid-range pull-up flat. Rebound goes to Guidry. So here comes Petrie. Long pass to the right side, Jarvis. Back to Petrie. To Santamont and the high post. Cutting Jarvis at the rim, missed it. Rebound goes to Georges. Georges backs down, loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with South Lafourche. Tarpons are going to get, nope, Morgan City's going to get a sub in. Griffin. Check into the game. Petrie to inbound with 2:17 to go in the opening half. Petrie gets it to Guidry. Now Jarvis to the right side. T is open from 3. Strong. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Gagliano walking it the other way. The best offense for the Tarpons in the second quarter has been Morgan City's press. It's gotten the Tarpons moving, and they beat them in transition. The half-court offense has been a grind. Bourgeois all the way through, missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. The Tigers lost it off of their foot, out of bounds. Coach Golly, feels like the Tarpons are catching some breaks here.
They're catching many breaks. You just got to take advantage of it right here.
Got a scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. White Castle gets a 54-49 overtime win over Central Catholic tonight. Breaking a long winning streak for Central Catholic. Petrie on the right side here to Guidry with a little push shot floater. No, rebound back tap to Petrie. Steps into 3. Boom! Big bomb. That's a big 3. And the deflection creating the second chance opportunity for the Tarpons. Or as poorly as it feels like the Tarpons are playing, they're only down 2, hanging around. Gagliano on the right side of the floor. Into the paint, now out of the paint. Reverses it to Lacoste, shoots a floater. No, rebound goes to Santamont, but he lost it to Lacoste. Shoots a tough shot, missed it. Rebound goes to Petrie, who will throw it long down the floor to Guidry, to Jarvis at the rim, back to Santamont, who is thinking about throwing it down, and he draws the foul. So there's a little life, getting out in transition and making a play.
Yeah. Tarpons, man, as we said, the intensity and the effort's there, man. They just got to convert, and it's starting to show, man. They forcing They're playing with a little more pep. They're forcing Morgan City to play faster and a little bit harder than they're comfortable with doing, and it's causing turnovers. The Tarpons had an opportunity to convert there, had a little 3-1 action, but just unable to finish. But hopefully Santa Monica at least gets the second one to make something out of that good play.
Did miss the first. Don't know if he could throw it down, but it sure looked like he was trying to as he does make the second. And it's a 1-point game. 56 seconds to go in the opening half. Morgan City in possession with a 1-point lead. They led by more than this a minute ago. The Tarpons have just sort of whittled it down. Gagliano shoots a tough shot and got it. You could see he's their guy. The offense goes through him. Lacoste will pitch in a little. Bourgeois will pitch in a little, but it all runs through 5. Petrie, long pass to Santamont in the right corner. Back to Petrie in the left side. Now Guidry. To Terrence in the corner. Made a blue boot bomb a minute ago. Got another, and we're tied. So T's coming to life, and it's 0-0 again. Morgan City with 14 seconds to go in the opening half. Can the Tarpons get a stop? Gagliano, you do have fouls to give, by the way. You got a handful of them. Gagliano looks to go off the dribble, shoots an NBA 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to the Tarpons, and that's the end of the first half with our score. South Lafourche 22, Morgan City 22. Before we take the long commercial break, gentlemen, we mentioned a second ago, hey, it was important for
on the inside at the post.
The Tigers are a little late arriving.
And look,
Tarpons have been out there for a while. Sorry, Coach.
I think if the Tigers keep missing these shots in the paint, that's going to be the key to this game. If those shots start falling, it's going to be a very close game here in the fourth quarter. If they can miss those shots, yeah, I can see the Tarpons starting to extend a little bit.
Dardar, Petrie, Santamont, Georges, and Guidry are the 5 on the floor for the Tarpons. The Tigers will counter with Bourgeois, Lacoste, Gagliano, Griffin, and Dugas. Tigers now going left to right. Tarpons right to left. Tigers possess first. Gagliano. Attacks off the bounce all the way through. That's a tough shot. He scored it. That is a very tough one from, I would assume, their senior guard. Taylor, he made that one in traffic.
Yeah, man, Gagliano, as we spoke about before earlier, man, he's the energy that the team flows through. And yeah, that's just flat out senior leadership, wanting more right now.
Santamont to Georges, holding it high, backing down into the lane, kicks it to Santamont. He's a shooter. Blue boot bomb attempt, missed it. Gets his own rebound, lays it up and in. A good job following his shot. And the team's trade layups. Tarpons trying to get a stop. Gagliano handing it to Bourgeois. Now they work it to the left wing. That's Griffin. Handing it back to Gagliano. Penetrates into the lane. Another tough one. Missed it this time. Tip up. No. Rebound goes to Petrie. So 2 attempts for Morgan City. Can't convert. T attacks. Nice. Feed to Dardar. Blocked away, but a foul will be called. A violent block from the Tigers, but on the, what do you call that, the follow-through, he did catch some of Dardar, so it'll be 2 shots from Meathead. Yeah. And this is what I was telling you about in the girls' game. Look at that free throw routine, Taylor. Look where he's standing.
Very, very much to the right.
That would have been hard not to call a foul because the way he swatted down at him.
This is quite the unique free throw routine.
Missed it. I don't know if he's been doing this all year. He's certainly been doing this the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen it all year, but the last few games.
Look, it could be a mental thing. It could be, maybe he was in a slump when he was shooting straight on and said, man, I got to change something and find something.
He missed them both there. The Tigers, Bourgeois, tough shot. Scored it in traffic. So the Tigers are attacking the lane, finishing in traffic, and they have a 2-point lead, 26-24.
Coach Brody will not be happy with points in the paint this game.
Guidry to Georges, then to Petrie. Now Santamont to Georges, backs down, getting it to a cutting Guidry. Didn't catch it clean, reverses it to Petrie. Santamont getting it to Dardar on the right side to cutting. Santamont at the rim, lays it up and in. So Cullen has got all of the South Lafourche points in the third quarter, and it's 26-26. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. Donaldsonville gets a 10-point boys basketball win over E.D. White. Good win on the road for Donaldsonville today. If you guys have any scores, text them our way. I know there's some big games in the area. I would love to know how Central Lafourche is doing against East St. John. A 3 here, another 4-point play for Morgan City. The second of the game. It's Gagliano who makes it. Guidry commits the foul. Taylor, I don't know that we've ever seen in a high school game 2 4-point play opportunities in one game.
No, I certainly haven't, man. It's, as we said, man, weird things happen in this gym. Wouldn't have bet my last dollar on that one.
At least it wasn't banked in this time. It was nothing but the bottom. Gagliano shoots it up and missed it. Rebound goes to Dardar. And that's something, the easiest thing he had to do there was the free throw, and he missed it. Tarpons in transition. Jarvis getting into Santamont. Now Georges. There's a foul there. Yeah, easy call for the officials. Georges initiates that contact, and he'll be shooting too. Tarpons just got to settle down. They just feel uncomfortable in this game, and they really have felt uncomfortable throughout the course of the game. Georges missed it. There's a knuckleball. One more coming. And he made that one. So the Tarpons get one of the two, and it's 29-27. See if the guys in blue could get a stop. Good way to do that would be to slow down the guy with the ball right now. Landon Gagliano, he has been a menace to the Tarpons, and we have a moving screen called on Morgan City. That'll be their fourth team foul. Gentlemen, the Tarpons are shooting the rest of the quarter. That's big.
And look, they really don't need to set the pick. He's beating them off the dribble anyway. No reason to set the pick.
So Petrie. By the way, I misspoke. That was the third foul, so they do have still one to give. Dardar to Jarvis. Gets it to Petrie in the corner for a three. Splash! South Lafourche retakes the lead with the blue boot bomb. It's 30-29. Terrence playing with some wisdom far beyond his sophomore season. Gagliano attacks, lays it up and in. Gentlemen, South Lafourche has got to figure out a way to stop the penetration. It may be time to try to take the ball out of his hands. Santamont has it deflected and stolen. Here come the Tigers. To the right corner, they go Lacoste. Getting it to Griffin for a three. Short rebound goes to Petrie. And here comes T. Tarpons have numbers. 4-on-2 break. Petrie, nice move, but he missed it. Rebound goes to Jarvis. Now Santamont. Dardar is wide open on the right block. Instead, it's Petrie in the corner. Splash! Another blue boot bomb.
Good look by Santamont. Find Petrie in the corner.
Right now, Turtle, how you say that? He's heating up. You can't leave him open.
He's heating up.
Speaking of heating up, Gagliano, tough mid-range, missed it. Rebound goes to Georges, getting it to Petrie. Tarpons up 2 with possession, trying to add to their lead. Petrie to Santamont, back to Petrie, shoot it again, T-Boy. Bang! Another blue boot bomb for Petrie, and it's 36-31.
He's on fire.
Petrie coming out with the shooting stroke in the third quarter, and the Tarpons are up 5, maybe their biggest lead of the game to this point. Griffin handing it to Gagliano, to Bourgeois, stolen away. Here's Petrie at the rim, laying it up and in. Terrence Petrie saying, all right, guys, I got this. Having a huge third quarter. It's 38-31. Lacoste handing it to Gagliano. I'm a little surprised Morgan City hasn't called a timeout through this run. They're playing through it. Lacoste on the right side. Getting it to Gagliano. Penetrates, step back three. No, rebound goes to Morgan City's Lacoste. Lays it up and in. Second chance opportunity creates a basket for Morgan City that throws a little water on the Tarpon fire. Petrie to the left corner. It's Jarvis with a three. Boom! Boom! Bomb! The Tarpons have absolutely heated up and are on fire from the field. Don't know that we've seen them shoot this well this season, but this third quarter has been a welcome sight.
I think the last game they shot this well as against E.D. White.
Yep. Lacoste handing it to Gagliano. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. The Tarpons were tied at the half. They lead by 8 now. Gagliano reversing it to Lacoste. Working on Dardar. That's a really tough shot. He missed it. Rebound goes to Petrie. Tarpons have big numbers. Santamont back to Petrie. Back to Santamont, who wasn't ready for it. It would have been an uncontested layup, but maybe a little too unselfish there.
Titan Alamo checks in the game for the Tarpons.
Taylor, the old 4-on-1 break, and it just felt like nobody wanted to score.
You just got to take that one with the hot hand, Terrence Pete. That's the one you give it up once, don't give it up twice.
Morgan City would try to answer. Alamore's job seems pretty simple. Aggravate Gagliano. He is defending him the full length of the floor. Allen, a left-handed three. Got it, boy.
He can get hot.
Big shot there, turning an 8-point lead into a 5-point lead. Petrie has it deflected out of bounds to Morgan City. They'll say it was
it's a good call.
off of Ruffin, then off of Santamont, out of bounds. Here come the Tigers. Minute 30 to go in the third. Allen handing it to Gagliano. Working on Alamo. Gets a screen, shoots a tough mid-range, missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and Santamont comes away with it. Here come the Tarpons, pushing it down the floor. Santamont loses the dribble, gets up in the air to Petrie. How about a heat check, Terrence? Missed it. Boy, that's a foul on the rebound. They don't call it. And Dardar's called for a foul. That was a late whistle. I mean, it sure looked like on the box out that Morgan City's got cleared out Dardar. And then Dardar kind of grabbed hold after he was on the floor. He's fortunate he didn't get a technical foul.
He's very fortunate.
1:04 in the third quarter. The Tarpons have built up some momentum, but Morgan City's trying to take it back. Allen across the timeline. Getting it to Griffin. 55 seconds to go. What did you say the other week on play-by-play? Griffin never misses a, what would you say? Gagliano misses that one. Rebound goes to the floor. I don't remember what the joke was. We're going to figure it out. Petrie attacks in transition. Tough circus shot, lays it up and in. The third quarter's been all T.
You can't stop a Griffin on the basketball court, I believe was the line.
Okay. Fair enough. Tarpons are doing a good job trying to do the unenviable task of slowing down Lamarian Griffin. Gagliano has it. There is Griffin, top of the key, getting it to Ruffin. 13 seconds to go. Now to Allen. Made one a minute ago. Tough. Pull up. That's an air ball. Rebound goes to Morgan City. Allen's got it again. The left-handed three. No. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Petrie tries to pull it away, and the Tigers will lose it out of bounds with .7. So that'll pretty much be the end of the third quarter. The Tarpons will get a catch and heave. Tigers will get Bourgeois and Lacoste back into the game. Morgan City would be wise to not let them roll it here. Terrence catches it and throws it up. And it hits the goal up in the rafters. So that brings us to the end of the third quarter. South Lafourche wins the third quarter and leads by 7. It's 43-36. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB. One quarter of regulation to go. The Tarpons lead 43-36. Jarvis, Petrie, Alamo, Georges, and Dardar are the 5. Looks like Morgan City's going to try to take the ball out of Petrie's hands this quarter. They'll get it to Alamo to start. Not a bad idea. Terrence is up to 21 points. Dardar on the left side to Alamo. Back to Dardar. Back to Alamo with a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. You could do this for a while and be content with the result.
You see the Tarpons got one post down.
Alamo just dribbling near midcourt, and every second ticking down to backdoor cutting Jarvis at the rim. Missed it. George is on the putback, draws the foul. So Taylor Griffin, South Lafourche runs 32 seconds off the clock and gets a couple of free throws.
And that is 32 seconds that your opponent does not have the ball in your hands. So when you're up by this much, you've got full control of the game. The Tarpons took back full control of the game in the third quarter now. They just got to finish strong. And what they did just now, they spread the floor. They forced Market City to think about it. They came out and get them, and then they beat them on the first backdoor cut. They smoked them. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish the layup, which is another point to hammer home later on. But it's man, that's all part of it. Man, keep the ball out of their hands.
Missed both free throws, but meatheads there for the putback. So you get the 2 points a little bit unconventionally, and it's a 9-point game. 7:15 to go. South Lafourche up 9 on the road. Ironically enough, they control their own destiny to try to win and share the district championship. They could keep that alive with a win here. Lacoste working on Dardar, tacks off the bounce, feeding it inside to Bourgeois. Hop step, plays it up and in. So we got a 7-point game, 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Petrie across the timeline. Left side, Jarvis to Alamont. Dardar. Other patient possession. Petrie attacks, shoots the mid-range pull-up. Everything he's shooting right now.
You can't leave him that open.
Coming up good. He is red hot, and the Tarpons lead by 9. And a timeout by Morgan City. The Tigers are learning the hard way, fellas, that if you don't have a guy in Zero's face, Zero is going to put the ball in the round thing up there. Terrence is having a big, big night tonight.
Yeah, look, and he did a good job of getting a couple of dribbles away from the defense, but there was no one around him. He's wide open for those shots.
Yeah, that right there, that was just an easy little warm-up shot, something mid-range, not too far from the corner of the free throw line. Man, you got to knock those down all day like layups, and he did. He pulled up. There was no one around. Said, "Okay, watch this," and that's it was simple as that, man. He's feeling it. He's going to put the team on his back and take him to victory.
We thank the Blue Boot Foundation, driving awareness to childhood drowning, make a difference. Terrebonne General Health System and the Community Sports Institute, Ashley Barrios, State Farm and Cutoff, and GIS, putting people first. Reminder, we got play-by-play tomorrow. We get our mailbag. We'll hopefully get Turtle on. Hopefully to talk about a Tarpon Road victory. It's a 9-point game here, 6:20 to go. Lacoste is going to draw a foul. A little bit too physical there, Dardar. Dardar and Lacoste have been going at one another tonight. There, Landon committed the foul. Santamont will check in for him. Coach Case in the house. Coach Ron Case of Central Catholic. Sorry, Taylor. Morgan City attempts a 3. No. Rebound goes to Gagliano, and a push foul on South Lafourche. Who's it on?
Alamont.
Yep. Mr. Dave Mouton on the call.
The Tarpons have 0 boxing out going on. They're just beating the Tigers to the ball a lot of times on the boards, but they're not boxing out.
Allen getting it to Griffin. Griffin proving Taylor wrong, but he missed that one at the rim. Got it back. Now he'll make the 3. Nope, missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and the Tarpons have it. 5:48 to go. Alamont thought about the 3 and then wisely will run some more. Clock, you're up 9 here. Clock is your friend. Alamont to Santamont. Running that offense. Alamont attacks, feeds it to Santamont, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with South Lafourche. So they got a layup attempt. Tigers might have gotten away with a little bit of a reach there on the layup. Baseline out of bounds opportunity for the Tarps. Terrence to Alamont. Alamont attacks baseline, throws it off of Griffin. He was like Titan does that about 2 times a game, Coach.
Yeah.
That's one of his go-to moves. He is wide open in the corner here. Thinks about the shot. Will instead shoot the mid-range. No. Rebound goes high to Santamont. Lays it up and one. Good job by Cullen scoring it.
I got it.
And it is an 11-point game with 5:20 to go. Santa Mont is, I would guess, in double digits, right? I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He and Petrie have done the vast majority of the scoring tonight.
He has 11 right now.
And he missed it. Rebound goes to Bourgeois. He's on the floor. Santa Mont trying to take it away, but Allen has it. Allen to the right side. Griffin shoots the three. Got it. There's a three. And it's an 8-point game. 5 minutes to go. You know Morgan City's not going away without a fight at home.
Nope, not going to go away easy tonight. Tarpons got to find out how to weather the upcoming storm because you know it's coming.
Alam on top of the key. Shot fake. Gets it to Georges on the wing. Georges holding it high. Attacks off the bounce into the lane, into the contact. So good job by Bo Georges drawing a foul. Now he's got to convert at the line, and free throws have been a little bit of a struggle for him today. 8-point game. South Lafourche in front. 4:43 to go in regulation. The freshman post at the line. He is a lefty. Free throw number 1. Strong. When he's missed at the line today, I've been strong today. A little bit too much juice.
1 of 7.
That's tough. He is certainly a better free throw shooter than that. Let's see if he can make this one here. Second shot. Looks strong. It is strong. He's missed them all the same way. But Jarvis with the putback, no. Rebound goes to the floor. Morgan City's got him beat down the floor. Gagliano will lay it up and in. Remember that sequence. The Tarpons could have went up 10. They miss them both. Instead, Morgan City gets a layup. Santa Mont all the way through. Offensive foul. South Lafourche, for whatever reason, feeling the need to play with pace right now. Up 6 with 4:25 to go. And I think that's exactly what Coach Brody Williams is going to tell his team during this timeout is, gentlemen, every little piece of sand that comes out of the hourglass is good for us right now and bad for them. Why are we in such a hurry?
I don't understand it, man. I don't know the need to rush and try to take back the momentum like it's an emergency, man. Just relax. Let them come to you. They have to come out and guard you. Spread the floor. It'll open things up. Be patient. Run some offense. You got them at your mercy when you're running your basic 5-man motion offense. They're not doing anything right on defense. All you got to do is catch 2 or 3 swings. Someone will be wide open on a curl for a layup, and they just refuse to do it.
Brian, what would you be telling the guys right now?
The mark of a young team, not knowing when to play fast, when to slow it down, and it's been consistent all year for them. Right here, you got to tell your team, settle down. Let's get a defensive stop, and we'll get the ball. Slow down. Let's see if we can run some offense. And like Turtle said, if they go man-to-man, we should be carving that up and getting layups.
Well, that would be my next question is how frustrating is it that, you know, you're still playing like a young team after a full season of being a young team? I'm
sure Coach Brody is frustrated, there's no doubt.
Ruffin. Tarpons are up 6. 4:20 to go in regulation. Ruffin. Handing it to Bourgeois. At the top of the key, now Lacoste. Waiting on the screen, attacks the left side. Tough shot. That should have been an offensive foul. Putback is good. But Morgan City got away with the charge there. Instead, it's a putback layup that's good, and it's a 4-point game.
Have to box out.
Anybody's game here in Morgan City. The Tarpons clinging to a lead. Georges on the wing to Santa Mont. Wide open, but instead he'll keep the clock running. Getting it to Alamont, to Petrie, who's had the hot hand. Getting it to Santa Mont. 3:35 to go in regulation. Alamont. Into Petrie. Petrie splits the defenders, dribbling around, getting it to Georges. 3:18 to go. This has been a lengthy possession for South Lafourche. Georges handing it to Alamont, and he walked. So the Tarpons do run a bunch of time off the clock, but they turn it over, and I don't know that you could just win this game scoring 49 points. They're going to have to add a little more. Dardar checks into the game. Timeout by whom?
White.
Morgan City calls a full. Let's take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. Things are tightening up here on KLEB.
Gagliano off of penetration from the top. I'm just letting them go on this one. If I'm the Morgan City coach, I'm just letting them go and try to create something right here out of the timeout. And if he doesn't have a layup, he's at least drawing some help, and someone will be open.
Here they go across the timeline. Ruffin to the corner. Bourgeois shoots it up, missed it, and rebound goes over the back. Boy, that's a big swing. Morgan City misses a point-blank layup and gets themselves over the limit, all in one fell swoop. Jarvis, inside of 3 minutes, getting it to Petrie. T gets across the timeline. Cheerleaders leading a little noise. Baseball team still here. They're trying to will their home team to win. Santamont with a corner three. Got it!
That's a big shot.
That's a blue boot bomb at a big time in the game. Santamont scores it. Now here come the Tigers in the corner for an answer. They miss it. That's Griffin on the miss. Bourgeois gets it to Gagliano. I think Terrence tied him up. Yes, he did. That jump ball is brought to you by Absolute Fitness. A great defensive play from Terrence Petrie.
Morgan City got away to a blatant push off on the inside.
Lacoste will inbound. They get it to Gagliano. Petrie pokes it away momentarily. Attacks off the bounce. Euro step, loses it. Rebound goes to Santamont. It's a good call. He's out of bounds. But a good job by the Tarpon defense, forcing it to lose the basketball. 2:18 to go in regulation. A big three from freshman Cullen Santamont just gave the Tarpons some cushion. Gagliano to Lacoste. Made a corner three. Morgan City not going away. In this gym, they never do. Petrie across the timeline to Jarvis. Jarvis shoots the floater. Strong. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Lacoste. Across midcourt, handing it to Griffin. Griffin has it poked away by Jarvis. Jarvis at the rim, lays a blocked, but Georges is there for the putback. A great job running the floor by Bo Georges. That was a little Grand Theft Alvarado there from Jarvis. Petrie has it, steals it away. Santamont's got it. And Petrie's fouled. 2 shots coming for South Lafourche.
That should do it.
Tarpons are up 6, 1:24 to go. Partner, things are feeling pretty good for the guys in blue now, finally, after what has been a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, man, that was a huge play from Jarvis to come in with a little pickpocket. Even though he got blocked, awesome job running the floor. Bo Georges with the finish. But, man, how about Jarvis, who, may have rushed that little floater on the last possession, but he didn't let it get him down. He made up for it with some hustle and defense and made everyone in the gym forget about that mistake. That was a huge defensive play. Way to not give up on him.
Terrence makes them both at the line. Adding to what has been a ridiculously good game for him. Morgan City has it stripped away. Guess who? Jarvis coming the other way. He'll pull it out. And don't know what the call is. That's a blind spot of the floor for us. It looks like it's staying with the Tarpons. I would assume Morgan City knocked it out of bounds. Tarpons will get it in to Georges. Georges to the corner. They go Santa Mont. Now Meathead at the rim. Shoots it up and will draw the foul. 1:05 to go. The Tarpons are up 8 and are about to be at the free throw line shooting 2 more. Dardar will be shooting them. Morgan City now well over the limit. Free throws the rest of the way for the Tarpons, but free throws have been a struggle at time for the Tarpons tonight. Dardar makes the first. It's a big make. One more coming with 1:05 to go. And he missed it. Rebound goes to Santa Mont. Now Dardar's got it. Boy, that's back-breaking, but they throw it away. Here comes Gagliano in transition. Tough shot. He lays it up and in. 7-point game. Petrie across the timeline. They're going to foul you, Terrence. Just keep that dribble. Getting it to Santa Mont. Now to the corner, Jarvis. Back to Petrie. 40 seconds to go. Petrie. They're swiping at it. They're trying to foul him. Not getting the whistle just yet. Petrie just dribbling around in circles right now. They're still trying to foul him. And there it is with 27.5 to go. An excellent job by Terrence. We used to see Michaela Bynum do that late in the game. Just keep dribbling and the opponent can't take the ball out of her hands. Terrence did the same thing there. 2 big shots coming.
Wasn't sure if Morgan City ever had the intention to foul him or if they would just kind of, let the clock run out. But they finally did. I mean, Terrence made about, 7 or 8 different defenders miss.
Misses the first free throw. Probably going to be near his career high, if not above it. He's got a bunch
25.
tonight. 25. Make it. No, still 25. Missed it. So Morgan City still has a glimmer of hope, but it's got to come fast. Lacoste across the timeline, all the way through at the rim, and he missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. Petrie will save it. A foul is going to be called on Morgan City. So a foul away from the play. It's a good call. He cleared out. I was wondering why there wasn't a whistle. South Lafourche will be at the line. It was a good call.
Everyone saw that. I don't know why he's denying the question. That was probably the most obvious foul call today.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a late whistle, but it is the right call. Jarvis will have a chance to ice it at the line with 18.5 to go. Coach Kale, I'm sure the message here on the defensive side, hey, just don't foul, and you're going to be in great shape.
Without a doubt. Just let him go down.
Jarvis makes the first. South Lafourche is going to come on the road and get a sweep. The girls took care of business. The boys are 18 seconds away from taking care of business. Jarvis, the lefty, shoots it up, and he made them both. One of 2 seniors on the team. Morgan City coming the other way. Lacoste across the timeline. Throws an NBA 3, missed it, and that'll do it. The Tarpons got the rebound. Don't know if they'll foul again. Don't think they will. Petrie will come across the timeline, and South Lafourche will come on the road and get a 59-50 win over the Morgan City Tigers. Gentlemen, some final thoughts as the Tarpons take care of business and get the win.
Well, it was Tarpon basketball. They started off a little slow, found a spurt within the game somewhere where they extended the lead and held on for the win. Great job by Terrence Petrie, 25 points. Cullen Santamon had a solid game for the Tarpons. And the hustle right at the end, y'all mentioned Kaden Jarvis and Bo Georges running down the floor, putting up that miss. That was big to ice the game for the Tarpons.
Turtle building some momentum on the road. It ain't going to be a playoff season, but every one of these wins matter for next year. Big win tonight at Morgan City.
Yeah, man, with all the youth on the team who are just simply, learning how to play with each other, learning how to play for each other, learning how to win on the road, finish strong in tough environments. All of this is very valuable experience. Even though there's no playoff picture to look forward to, all of these games are just there's so much value to it, and the Tarps just doing a phenomenal job on the road, figuring out how to win despite the tough atmosphere, the mistakes that were made, the shots that wouldn't fall. I mean, everything was against them tonight, and they figured it out. They got a good win on the road, man. Proud of them.